Hello. Let's see if we can learn something more today about the Jumper T16 radio. And I have just knew that the new stable firmware from OpenTX just arrived. But I will not install it just now. I will wait for others to install it and check for their feedback. Okay, but let's go straight for one more video, one more tutorial, and that's about the timers. So we already know how to set the timers according to the latest videos that I've posted here in YouTube, and now let's sorry. Let's see how can we reset the timers individually or even together. Okay, we have both options, and we can even add a timer for the switch. We can even have a timer for the switch to avoid resetting it accidentally. So, for example, I want to press the switch for 1 second, and only after that 1 second the timer will be reset. Okay, so let's go forward. And so now I have two timers. This is my tutorial model on the radio. So I have two timers, and both are doing the same. So they are running together. Okay, actually the timer 2 it's not enabled. Okay, let's go into the model, and I will set the timer 1 as a throttle timer and the timer 2 as a countdown timer. So timer 1, it's here, it's okay, it starts from 0, it has no name, persistent, okay, it's good. Let's go to timer 2. Timer 2 will be a countdown. How can we define a timer as a countdown? It's easy. You just have to set a number, a value different from 0000. Okay, so let's set these as I think 5 minutes. Is a good time for an electric fixed wing small size airplane. 5 minutes. All right, that's it. That's the timer. Okay, and countdown, it's silent. Okay, that's good. One step back. Minute call. You can check this option if you want the radio to play a sound every minute. For example, this starts at 5, so at 4 it says 4 minutes, at 3 it will say 3 minutes, and so on. The same for any other timer. All right, so now let's configure the reset button for these, and for that I'll go all the way to here. Okay, so we can see that I already have here a special function, but I will clear it. Long press, no copy, clear. Okay, so we have an empty line. Check, click, and here on the first item, it's the switch that you want to use to reset the timer. In my case, I like to use this momentary switch. I like it. So let me reset this again. Let's start over. Okay, clear. Okay, empty line. One click to enter the line. Waiting for an input. Let's do it once, just one time, like that. Okay. It was not blinking, sorry. Damn. Okay, well, let's move it just one time. Okay, that's enough. And it sets. It is appearing as a RST because I have already named on the radio. I have given names to all the switches and potentiometers that I'm using. Okay, and this potentiometer here in my radio, it's called RST from reset. In your radio, it will appear SH. Okay, so instead of RST will be SH, and with the arrow pointing down. All right, so it's selected. One click. Let's go one step forward. I don't want the function to be override. Okay, I want it to be reset. So one click to start blinking, and let's look for reset. Reset that. That's it. Okay, so let's select it. Okay, and what do we want the reset this switch to reset? I want it to reset the timer. In this case, yes, timer 1, it's correct. Otherwise, you can select the other timer 2 or 3, because the radio only has 3 timers, or even the flight or the telemetry. You can reset many things. So yes, it's timer 1, so one click, and don't forget to enable this function. Okay, because you see, if this small square is not in white like this one, it will not be enabled. Let's enable. Okay, and that's it. Back. Okay, so this timer, it's assigned to the throttle. Now it's not moving because why? It's not armed. Now it's moving. Now it's counting. Okay, let it count. It's counting, and throttle down, stops counting. Now I want to reset it, and I will go to my momentary switch, and voila, it resets. All right, it's done. So before I think I have said that I have those two switches working together, because right now I am flying a fixed wing with an autopilot, with the Ardu plane autopilot, and in my plane I have two functions. One basic function, which is object drop. What I do have, it's a servo that opens a hook to let things be dropped away from the airplane. In other cases, it can be used for a parachute drop, or anything, any action that requires a full movement of the servo, and I have that function. So when this is a 3-position switch, in this position I have the timer reset. In this position I have the object drop, and in this position I have mission reset. All of them working with this. Okay, so if I have it here and I do this, I have timer reset. If I am here on the middle position and I do this, I'm dropping something from the airplane. And if it's on the upper position and I do this, I reset the mission of my autopilot in my airplane. So how can I do this? Let's go over again. We go here, and all the way there, so I don't have to go over all the symbols. I can long press and go backwards. Okay, special functions, no, logical switches. And that's where the fun starts. So, one click, enable. And let's choose hand. Up. And okay, so here the radio will need two variables, which are
timer 2 elapsed,
two switches. Okay, it starts talking by itself. So in this one I will assign this switch. This switch will be always the first one here on the logical switches, and this will be the second one. So let's put these blinking and let's move the switch. Okay, when SG is up, when SG is up, select and this little fellow is down. Okay, what will be the special function? And I want to add a delay because I don't want it to accidentally be pressed and reset my timer. So I will add a delay of 1 second. So I have to be pressing this for a second for the timer to be reset. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So now, because I don't want these this to be conflicting with the other function that we have done, that I have done before. So remember, this is LO2. Let's go here. Let's change this for LO2, logic switch 2. Will be the logic switch 2 to reset the timer 1 enable. Alright, let's see if it works. So let's give some throttle to see the timer moving. Okay, enough throttle. Let's see if it works. No, momentary, it's not reacting, but let's press this for a second at least. You see, it has reset. Sorry. So now I want to reset this as well. So let's go again, go backwards, another one. Okay. And I want to duplicate this line to add timer 2. Long press over it, copy, long press, paste, one little press to change this over timer 2. Okay, it's done. Let's go. And timer 2, as you remember, was set for 5 minutes. So let's reset it. Press for 1 second. Okay, it's reset. Perfect. So now I have the countdown set to 5 minutes and the normal clock set to 0. So as soon as I will move the throttle up, if it is armed, this will start counting up, this will start counting down. Let's see if it's true. No, it's not true. It's not true. Why? Because this has to be set for logical switch 1. And why it has to be on logical switch 1? Just for you to remember. Oh yeah, I could have, because there is the equation to associate the throttle stick to the switch, to this switch, to work as a arming. Okay, that's why. So go back again, and now let me reset everything. 1 second, reset. Let's move, it's armed. Let's move the stick up, and now they are all counting. One counting down, one counting up. Beauty. Well, that's it. That's it for now. So let me reset it again. And now you have seen how I have associated this momentary to another switch. In this case is this one. So if we go back here to the menu, one more. All right, we have used this and now to add 2 more functions to this, because as we know only this position is assigned to something. This one and this one are not. What you have to do, it's to come here, long press. Let's do copy. Let's go over this one. Let's paste, and we just have to change the position of this switch, which will be on the middle. I have to have it blinking. Okay, with the dash means it's on the middle position. Okay. Paste. And move it again. Okay, so now we have 3 logical switches, LO2, LO3, LO4, both with the same delay. For example, in my case, I have assigned the LO4 for the mission reset. So in this case, because it is a critical function, I have set a bigger delay. I have set, I think, 3 seconds or so of delay, which means that I have to be pressing the switch for 3 seconds before the mission is reset on my autopilot board. So yeah, now you just have to assign these LO3 and LO4 for channels, or whatever you want to do. This example was just to show you how to have 3 functions associated with this momentary switch. Well, I really hope you have enjoyed one more tutorial video. I hope you have learned something today, as Joshua Bordwell uses to say. A big hug for him. That's all for now. Big cheers for all of you. See you on the next one.